Striking Scorpion 82 is sponsored by three great games: Warhammer Combat Cards, a card game featuring your favourite miniatures from the 40k universe; Knighthood, a role-playing turn-based game where players control a warrior, fight through levels to gain armour, weapons and loot; and finally HONKAI Star Rail version 1.2, a space fantasy RPG where players experience the galaxy's infinite wonders, filled with adventure and discovery. All three games are free to download and play, with links in the video description below. Begin your adventure now and enjoy the games. Right, welcome to this 1250 points game. It's Tau Empire. They take on the forces of Chaos in this battle. So Tau versus Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. So continuing on with the Tau, experimental game for them. Just keeping the points low just so we can focus on the faction and the rules. Try out different units. A bit of a swap going on here with the Tau. Bring in the different unit for this battle. And a completely different force they face against now. First was against the Imperium, the previous game. You can check that out. Against the Primaris Red Scorpions. Now we shift emphasis over to the Chaos Space Marines. Mike has brought his Black Legion back. So a couple of 10th edition games for them now. But the first time clash for 10th for the Tau against the Chaos Space Marines. So before I run through the list, I just mentioned the Patreon. So at gold level, they get names shouted out during our battle reports and also Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the battle. At the end of the game, I'll call out the silver level Patreons, and then the bronze level Patreons. All the others will be in the end credits of the video. Big thanks to everyone that supports us on Patreon. It helps support the channel. We also use the funds to help support SSWG War Games Club and also funding an Austria garrison army. So link for Patreon in the video description below. So for the Tau, the main change is the similar list to last time. I have done a straight swap play. Long Strike is out, so we're going to play without the Hammerhead. Here, and then we're going to take the Ghost Kill and experiment with that in this game. Some interesting rules for that. So, in no particular order, the commander here for HQ choices. So, different loadout to usual. Fusion Blaster, Plasma Rifle, Cyclic Iron Blaster being taken for him. A Shield Drone and a Marker Drone being taken. And then Shield Generator upgrade as well. Then he's taking a Bodyguard, 3 Crisis Battlesuits. They're all taking Shield Drones and Shield Generators, and the same combination as their commander. So Plasma Rifle, Fusion Blaster, and Cyclic Iron Blaster for each of those. Then at the back, 2 Broadsides taking the Twin Plasma Rifles and the Heavy Rail Rifles. Also a Seeker Missile being taken. 2 Shield Drones on one, a Shield Drone and a Marker Drone on another. 2 units of 10 Kroot. Then a Strike Team has taken a Marker Drone, squad of 10. A Cadre Fireblade, again taking a Marker Drone. Then taking a Breacher Team, squad of 10 with a Guardian Drone. A Devilfish with 2 Seeker Missiles and the Smart Missile systems. And then finally taking the Ghost Kill of the Cyclic Iron Raker. And then also taking the Twin Fusion Blasters. And then on the ghost kill, I'm taking the battlesuit support system, so he's able to fall back out of close combat and still shoot, but he loses the smoke keyword for him. So that's the list here for the tower. So before we take a look at the Black Legion, Phoenix Lords and Autarchs have been allocated. So Autarchs get individual models, usually like squad leaders, and then Phoenix Lords get entire units. You can follow a unit around during the game and see how you get on. It's a place where heroes are born and made. So Longbow BB will be on the Devilfish for this one. BPP Wargaming, a lot of Tau players here supporting for the Phoenix Lords onto the Breaches here for BPP Wargaming. Then Vagabond's going to go onto the Ghost Kill for this battle. Mephisto putting him onto something as tough as possible, so he's gone onto the broadsides for this game. Amy Almo onto Crute, Lucas Brown onto the Cadre Fireblade, Andrea Stewart onto the Fire Warriors. Nate Miller will be the commander here for this battle. Gut B will be onto the Crisis Battlesuit team. And then Itai Miara is going to go as the squad leader for the Crisis Battlesuits as well. So that's the list here for the Tau. I don't want to give too much away from the previous game, but they gave a good account of themselves against the Space Marines for sure. We'll see if they can stem the tide of chaos in this battle. We'll take a look now and see what the Black Legion have in their list. Alright, so 1250 points of Black Legion. Mike can't resist bringing Abaddon and the 10 Terminators. This is an elite list for sure. Let him run through what he has.
Okay, this is 1250 points of Black Legion, headed up by Albie himself, alongside a Master of Possession, and he will be running with the 10-man Legionnaires, who will all be choppy version. Both will be Chaos Undivided. And they'll be running the Rhino, again, undivided. I have a 10-man unit of cultists. They will be Slanesh. 10-man Terminators. They'll have all the marks because they'll be running with Abaddon. And lastly, I have 5 Havocs, and they'll have the mark Nurgle. And that's all you get for 1250.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, a lot of stuff for the Tau for 1250 points, but Mike's, he's gone elite here, so it is a trimmed down army, but there's this potency with these units for sure. We'll just call out the Phoenix Lords and Autarch, so JP has gone on to the Rhino here for this game, and then Michael Fryer onto the Chopping Marines. Dylan Moore will be the squad leader for that Legionary squad. Ben Shaw's onto the Cultists, Midnight Miniatures, back with his regular model here, the leader of the Terminators. Ray Cross will be in charge of the Terminators here for this battle. Chris Comiskey will be Abaddon himself. Daniel Cunningham will be on the Master of Possessions. Sam Hermes will be the squad leader here for the Havocs, and they'll be headed up by Paint Licker's Paint Pot. So that's the list here for the Black Legion. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a mission. It's called Only War. So fighting from end to end. This mission, we've had a good number of these now. It revolves around the control of objectives. There's 4 of them on the table. So as Black Legion going to be at this end of the board, here for this game, and then marked with the yellow dice is the deployment zone for the Tower. We've placed our 2 objectives, going for some kind of defence here at the back. So 1 and 2. Then Mike's gone for 1 here next to, or on top of the landing pad. Mike's placed his second objective quite defensively as well, so just there at the back where that container is. So the gap between the objectives is quite large. There's a big no man's land here, a big stretch between those. You expect to see both armies deploy an element that will seek to defend their base, and then some units that will go out and seek to control, contest and take the enemy objectives. So the game's quite straightforward. Turn 2 onwards. In your command phase, you get a victory point for each objective mark that you control to a maximum of 3. It's a good scenario, this one. It's often very, very tight. Sometimes you can get a draw. We've had a couple of draws for games that we've played, because it really is just that 1 point for each objective marker on the board. So you've got to look after your own objectives. You've got to defend your own home objectives, but also you've got to do something to try and get ahead to disrupt the opponent and their objectives as well. So a challenge in both regards. That's the mission, nice and straightforward. Just means that we can, as we're developing the army, especially for ones that are just arriving here for 10th edition, so Mike's Black Legion have played a few games. Tau, this will just be their second battle of 10th, so a chance to experiment here just with the lower points and also the straightforward mission. We'll go on to deployment now, start alternating and placing units on the board next. Right, so I mentioned the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mat is from GameMat.eu. 60 by 44 inches in size. It's the Sands of Time mat from them. Also using the industrial terrain set from GameMat.eu. So that's these buildings here, these containers, these buildings here as well. So you can check out GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, all shapes and sizes. Double-sided mats available from them as well. And then a nice array now of pre-painted terrain sets as well. Link for them in the video description below. There's also a discount code that you can use with them as well. Alright, so deployment's done for both sides. Tau trying to screen their base as much as possible using Crete. So there's a squad of Crete across here trying to shield, just worried about, concerned about the Terminators and Abaddon deep striking. It's a major part of Mike's force here. Broadsides on this objective. Then the Devilfish parked up just here. It's put itself just behind containers so it can't be seen by Mike's Havocs. We'll see those in just a moment. Fire Warrior Squad, or Strike Team on the other objective, and then Crete over on the extreme left-hand side. Again, just trying to screen the Deep Strikers coming in. I've gone into reserves here with the Crisis Battle Suits and Commander, who's joined them. And then for Mike, coming around here, Havocs on this objective. Quite straightforward to them. He says he's got a stratagem where 1 CP you can count as... can't hit you less than within 12.
On 12, they gain the stealth keyword if you're within 12, and then outside of 12 they can't be selected.
Okay. It's just clarifying. So Mike gets stealth, and then because he's got the Nurgle keyword in with those, then they also get that you can't shoot them unless you're within 12 inches. It's mighty powerful. It's especially useful on a unit like that. Then cultists doing their job, just right at the very back here. Rhinos on the right-hand side parked up and hidden away mostly from Tau units. Here, Mike's spotted the ghost kill. It's around the other side. It's picked a nice hiding place as it's infiltrated in. Inside the Rhino is the Choppy Legionaries and the Master of Possessions. So Rhino parked up here, thinking it was mostly safe. There's no hammerheads on the board, but there's a ghost kill across here. Just pushed in against these containers, again just hidden away from the Havocs across the other side of the table. So both sides trying to avoid enemy firepower as much as we can. Tau need to anticipate these Terminators and Abaddon turning in. It's certainly a combination we can't ignore. And Tau need to brace themselves, figure out a way of countering that as much as possible. We'll go on to, well, we're ready to go on to the first turn of the game. All right, so we're ready to go. I shall pick up one of my stolen Xenos dice. Do you want to go first? You get your deep strike in early, if that's a good thing, but then the opponent gets to react by bringing in their own deep strikers. Not sure about this one.
This is one of these games I don't mind. I did say in the group chat that I had a different approach that I wanted to take. Unfortunately, my painting is not quick enough, so this... Yes,
Mike's got some new units on the painting desk here, but not quite ready for his Black Legion, so his army's under development as well. Okay, well, I'm Tau Scum. You're Chaos Scum too.
Yep, so...
We roll together. 3 and 1. Tau will be going first. Is that good or not? We'll have to see. So I've positioned these to kind of await the Terminators arriving in. Not really in position to go chasing after other stuff. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. Tau will make the first move. Right, so turn 1 here for the Tau. Starting to see the use for the Ghost Kill. We'll cover him in just a moment. Stretching out a bit further with the Crew, just working on their screen. And over here, keeping in range of the objective and then shunting off in this direction with the broadsides. Then over here, moving forwards with the strike team. They've got line of sight towards the Havocs over in that corner. Crew stretching out a little bit further in this direction. Just a regular 12-inch move made with the Devilfish. Then the Ghost Kill, it's jumped up on top here. It's got good line of sight over towards those Havocs. It is a lone operative, so it can only be targeted within 12 inches. So a good unit for being, or for harassing targets, and then difficult to counterfire against it. So interesting enough unit here. Good chance to experiment with it here in this battle. So that's movement done for the Tau. We're going to the shooting phase next. All right, so I'm going to use the Crew over there to act as the spotting unit or the observing unit, and they're going to guide the Devilfish in with its 2 seeker missiles to go against these. So both have line of sight. I'm going to give the +1 ballistic skill to the Mike's just used stratagem, which is I can't shoot these. So these have got stealth keyword, or they're given stealth and then Nurgle.
Nurgle, yeah.
Which means they can only be shot at, similar to the Ghost Kill, can only be shot at if I'm in range 12. So let's just shut those down. It means I can fire at something else.
With your negative.
With
your negative. Because you spot it.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah, it messes up my... Okay, interesting, yeah. Yeah, I see what Mike's saying. Because we've already selected and gone for the Observer and Spotter, it messes up if we're going to try and fire at something else. So I'll leave the Devilfish. I could shoot at... There's not much else I can see. I can't see that Rhino. It's hidden away. So we'll leave that. We'll go to the Ghost Kill next. We know these aren't an option. I can't shoot at those. That's anyone from now on trying to shoot at these.
Just for this turn.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So they're out of the question. We'll see what else the Ghost Kill can see. Tricky one. Mike's saying he could have gone for smoke on the Rhino instead, but I think it was a good move down here trying to protect the Havocs. I've moved units out into line of sight, and not the Ghost Kill, but other units like the Infantry and the Devilfish. So Mike's lined up for shooting with them. It's Bernie CP's down to 0. We're on 1. Ghost Kill then. I'm going to go for Supercharge, put it into the Rhino. We can see over the top of those buildings. We're looking for 4s now. No other units to help guide us in. And I'm going to commit this to... Got a few Tau friends here on the gold level Patreons. Marcus Anthony, Tau Viola, Sept. Looking for 4s. Yeah, what can we do? And then 3s to wound, I think. What's your toughness, Mike?
Toughness 9.
We're strength 8. 5s. We do get it. Okay, so -2. +1 for cover. 4 up save.
4 up save.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, so it goes through. It is 3 damage, but the Rhino's still in good enough condition. Okay, I actually think that's the end of our shooting phase. We've got nothing left. There's no other targets that we can see. We've tried to anticipate these Terminators arriving, so other Tau units haven't really moved out too far at this stage. Interesting. End of turn 1 here for the Tau. We're going to the first turn of the game for the Chaos Space Marines next. So turn 1 for the Chaos Space Marines. Rhinos pushed through, it's functioning well enough. 7 wounds remaining. Cultists holding position on their home objective. And then Havocs holding position on the home objective across here. So really, for Mike, it might be a case similar to the Tau, just getting turn 1 out of the way, and then the game changing shape as these reserves arrive. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Yeah, bit of firepower from the Rhino. It is available to shoot into the Ghost Kill.
Yeah, so Combi Bowler.
Or Devilfish, which one are you going after?
Oh, this.
Going after Devilfish, right, yeah. Okay.
3s. Rapid fire. And then 5s, strength 4.
You Devilfish might be tough enough. Toughness 9.
No.
6s.
6s. No. Combi Bowler. Rapid fire. No. Havoc Launcher, D6. 2. 3s. 2 hits.
5s.
5s. No.
Nope. Okay. Okay. Havocs then. It's 2 autocannons, 2 las cannons. They're going to go into the Devilfish. It's going to get some cover. But these are heavy weapons that they Chaos Space Marines have.
Yep. Well, you know.
Max Sword Knuckles.
Yep. So it'll be dark packed in here. So Nurgle sustained hits 1.
Okay.
5s. So 2 las cannons.
Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit.
This is strength.
They kept the strength quite low, so we're toughness 9. I think it's strength 9, is it?
Strength 12.
I'll do.
3s.
Yes.
-3.
-2 for cover, so 5s. And I'll try and block this. Less cannon's dangerous enough. And we'll go with Carl Roden here for the Tyranids. 5+ will be very handy. No, I'll have to let it go.
So it'll be D6 +1.
Good enough. Yeah, 4 + 1. 5 wounds taken, dropping down to 9. That's 13 wounds. Yeah, so adds 8. Okay, so good enough. And then we're looking for autocannon shots.
Yeah, so 2 shots apiece, so 4 shots. Hitting on 3s. Well, 2 sustained hits.
All right, yeah, good.
Strength 9.
Toughness 9, 4s.
1.
-1.
-1, 3 damage.
3 up. Just about
Yeah.
passed.
And then a dark pact. And we're fine.
Okay. All right, with that, I think shooting phase is now finished. No charges to take place here for the Chaos Space Marines. Their turn 1 comes to an end. There's a little bit of firepower across the board, not too much. Both sides nervous about manoeuvring out here. Tau on edge about deep striking Terminators. They have a reputation for sure. And then the same with the Black Legion. Don't want to push out too far. Tau have got a deep striking unit to arrive as well. So go on to the second turn of the game. Both sides need to work on a breakthrough here. It's going to start kicking off. I think now as deep striking units start to arrive. Tau could keep their reserves off, or if they bring them in, we'll have to see. We'll go on to their turn 2 next. Right, turn 2 for the Tau. It's been a tight bit of movement going on here. Deep strikers, they came on last, but we'll cover them now. So they've turned up here. That is the absolute fringe they can go to the edge of those orange dice. It's a critical one here. If we're able to destroy these, we could pay the 2 CP to then make a normal move with these and then head off in this direction and just about claim that objective. We need to destroy that target to try and do it, but it's possible. So landing here with the Crisis Battlesuits and the Commander. Crete have shifted across this way a little bit just to get an observer unit looking across in this direction, and then there's been a fair bit of movement around the other side. So around this side, Fire Warriors have switched, so we've sent them out across there to claim that objective in advance move with those, and then broadsides have shifted across. Regular move 5 inches, both of them can just about see the Rhino, just clipping across here. Ghost Kills jump down, that's after the Devilfish has disembarked here with the Breacher team and the Cadre Fireblade, and then the Crete Mercenaries just holding position where they are just to try and block off deep striking units. So that's movement done, or is it? Mike's deliberating whether to use Rapid Ingress now to get the Terminators onto the board. If they land now, depends where they go. They could receive a bit of firepower, but it would give them a head start as far as movement's concerned. They'd be able to move and potentially get into close combat on the next turn. So we'll let Mike think about this one. Could be a pretty good move if he can find the right spot to land on the board. Yeah, Mike's going for it here. He's playing Rapid Ingress. He's going to land the Black Legion Terminators here. The reasoning is he gets to move off, shoot and charge next turn. So all of a sudden, ahead of schedule, I think for the Tau, what they were thinking the Black Legion would do, Mike's turning up here. If he's able to get early in amongst the Tau lines, he'll rip the heart out of the Tau defence quick enough. Disadvantages, we'll get some shots with some units, but is it going to be potent enough? We'll have to see. But Terminators and Abaddon getting stuck in early here against the Tau. Interesting twist here in this game. We'll let Mike place the last of his models. He's had to go just over 9 inches away from the Ghost Kill, just over 9 inches away from the screening Crutes. They've done their job to a degree, keeping the Terminators back. There is some distance between them and the broadsides, for example. That's Mike's had to go the other side of the pipes. They won't slow him down, so you'll be able to move through those without penalty. So movement's done for both sides. All reserves are in. Everything we have is on the board with no casualties yet. Yeah, so that's it. We're maxed out on the table. We'll go into shooting phase next for the Tau.
Do the ingress and then...
Right. Yeah, very interesting. So, Mike, this could be the real good play here for Black Legion. So Mike's brought those in a rapid ingress. He's then got a CP on standby to play. Because they've got all the keywords, they can use Nurgle and then get that, if you're over 12 inches away, can't shoot at them. Dark Obscuration.
That's the one, yeah.
So Mike's prepared and ready to play it on there. So, for example, if the broadsides go after the Terminators, Mike can play that stratagem and then just shut down their firepower. So that's a real good combo. Rapid ingress in and then just shroud them on the board. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I think we'll stay away from that for a moment. We'll fire across here. We've got ourselves within 12, so it can't be played across here. Mike wouldn't want to anyway, saying to protect the Terminators. But we're going to unleash what we have into the Havocs. All right. So we'll go with these. So observing across here and then guiding these in to give them +1 to hit rolls. It's not going to strip any kind of cover, although we've got a pretty good angle here anyway with their firepower. So we'll go for Fusion Blasters first, so we'll fire the squad and we'll commit these to friends here. We'll go Travis and Jen, they're Tau players. So we'll go Jen on the squad, Travis to finish off on the commander. So Fusion Blasters, needing 3s, and they're rerolling 1s for the commander's ability. Okay. Toughness 5, I think. Yeah, so 3s to wound. 2 wounds to come through. AP -4. So I think they're going to go straight through.
Yep.
D6 and D6. That's enough. So 2 Havocs brought down with the Fusion Blasters. Next we'll go for Plasma Rifles. Looking for 3s, really helps. Tau hitting on 3s is really good. And then we're looking at 3s to wound. Okay, 1 comes through. And that's going to be AP -3. So a 6-up save.
6-up. No.
No, another one gone. Just 3 slain so far. We've got Cyclic Iron Blasters here. I'm mightily tempted not to supercharge with them. It's quite devastating when you take the mortal wounds. Yeah, I'll go. Oh boy. But I've got to do the job. No, well not. Right. 3s. Rerolling 1s. Okay. 3s to wound at strength 7. 3 come through. These are at -1, so 3 saves are 4+. Jordan Russell, saving throws here. Eldar player, yeah. So 1 wound comes through. Okay, interesting. So there's 2 left with a wound on one of the models. So we'll go with the Tau Commander next. And we'll do the Plasma first on him. So this is Travis now. So Plasma first of all. No, do Fusion first. So looking for a 2 because he has Precision of the Patient Hunter. So each time the bearer makes a ranged attack, it's +1 to hit roll. Turn 3 onwards, it's +1 to the wound roll. So we've got a hit on a 4. We'll try and wound now on a 3. It's -4, and that's going to slay that wounded model. And then we'll try and finish off the squad with a Plasma Rifle. Hits, and then a 3+ would be great. We do, and it's going to be a 6-up for a save. Here, Jordan Russell. Got him. Okay, straight damage 3. So that is the squad removed from play. Right, so I've made a manoeuvre here. I think we can do this. Correct us if we're wrong in the comment section. So it's a stratagem called Strike and Fade. It's in your shooting phase. 1 Tau Empire battlesuit unit for army that can fly, whose attacks have been resolved. We've just finished. The effect is if a unit is not within engagement range of enemy units, it can make a normal move, so just jump to 10. If it does, unit cannot declare a charge this turn, which is fine. So sometimes you get rules where it says, unless you deep strike, you can do it unless you deep strike when you can't do it, but there's nothing there saying that we can't, so presume that we can. It's very useful because it means we can maneuver up 10 and we've actually snatched this objective. So useful enough here from the Crisis Battlesuit team. They destroyed a target and now have snatched an objective from the enemy. So good manoeuvring, good shooting and manoeuvring from them. So eyes are on the Crisis Battlesuit team. They seem to be useful enough here for the Tau. So that's their firepower finished. I guess we're going to switch around to the other side of the board now. We've got Terminators to deal with, and there's a Rhino to try and crack open. Right, so going to go Bjork Zog Puncher, gold level Patron. Going to put it onto this squad here, and the Cadre Fireblade. Going to go into the Rhino. Going to offload all that we have. So we'll start off with 2 shots coming from the Cadre Fireblade in 3s. Okay, 5s to wound, 6 will be really good. Wound does come through. It's AP 0, so an armor save of 3+.
Drop this. Oh.
Passed, well done. Okay, and then we'll go for 30 shots because of the Cadre Fireblade gives him an extra shot. This is coming from the breaches. We'll do 2 lots of 15. So we're looking for 4s. There is an ambush stratagem, but you can't use it on turn 1 and 2. 5 hits coming through. I'll just roll again. 5, 10, 12, 13 in total. Try and wound on 5s. Strength 6. It's terrible. Just the 2 come through. It's AP -1s. 2 saves of 4+. Vehicles are so tough against infantry. But two wounds do come through. It's dropping down to 5, but the Rhino's only half destroyed. So a bit silly, really. I should have fired heavy weapons to crack this open and then use these to fire, but it's too late now. I was trying to crack this open without having to use firepower from here, so I could direct it into the Terminators. Okay, so we'll think about what to fire next. I think... yeah, I'll need to think about this one. Got a little tricky plan. I'm going to fire these into the Terminators to see what you do. So there you go. They're going to fire everything they have into the Terminators. Just to push Mike's hand here if he's going to play this obscuring stratagem. He is. Right, so I knew you were going to do that. That's why I didn't try and guide them in to suffer the -1s. So they're now going to fire without guidance, and they've got to pick a new target, which will be the original target, which is the Rhino. So we'll play it that way here. So we'll go for the heavy rail rifles, just in straight 4s. With these. Oh, just the 1. 1's enough if it can wound. So we're looking for a 3 for a wound hit. Yeah, it's fine. Chris Kaminsky dice. Looking for a 3+. Come on. Just about. He's done it. Right, AP -4. You are going to get cover though, so it's going to be a 6 up to block. Andrew Swan. And then we're looking for damage on the Chris Kaminsky dice. Sometimes he gets you a good result. Why? Come on, reroll. I've had enough. Oh. Yes. Yes, go on. 3. Ah, 3. Ugh, okay. 3 damage. +1 though. Oh, I think it takes 1 wound left. 1 wound left. So it's not over yet. There's 2 Seeker missiles to come, so they've been declared into there. So we'll go for 4s. Yeah. Okay, it's Chris Kaminsky dice. 1 extreme miss, 1 extreme hit. Now we'll try and wound again, needing a 3. Terrified to roll this. It's gone through. AP -3. So it's a 5+ now with cover. It's a chance. No.
None of these black bleeding dice.
Damage doesn't really matter. It's 2 +1, I think. So target's destroyed. And Mike can roll to see if he detonates. It does not. All right. So Rhino gone. Mike can roll up for the occupants inside. Damage shouldn't be too heavy. Any ones that roll, it's just a mortal wound. They're 2 wound models. So there's nothing to worry about here with the dice roll. And there you go. Just a wound taken. Good. Right. No problem. So Mike can work on his disembarkation. All right, so it looks like this disembarkation to here. We've since done a hit coming through from the Creek Carnivores. One of the rifles managed to get a wound. Mike saved that. So that's the situation here for this squad. Just the 1 wound on them. All right, some shooting left. It's severely disrupted. He's going to guide him into there. That's fine. He'll be free then to shoot at the Terminators, but it's going to be -1 because Mike's got stealth. His Terminators are really well protected. So the firepower from here, I'll go with the Twin Smart Missile System first, and then go for the rockets afterwards. So 2 shots for the twin smart missile system. Missed. So we'll do the 2 missiles. I'm going to fire them now because it's going to be all havoc breaking loose. So I'll get rid of them and try and hit on 3s. Okay. We'll try and wound on 2s. Yeah, 1. 1 comes through. It's -3. No cover. So we're looking at a save of 6+.
Nope.
It's just going to... Well, it's D6 +1, but it's just going to pulverise the guy that's already on a wound.
I'm not even going to try. It's feel, no pain. 6+.
I'll take it. You never know.
Master possession. No, you have to roll your damage.
Sorry, yeah, here it comes.
Roll big, then,
5
you know,
+1, 6.
Want me to roll 6 6s here?
I rolled 6 in the previous game, so you could go for that one.
No.
Got 1. Okay. You could try. So it pulverised against the wall here by this missile, so he's taken out. Rightly so. I mean, it's as tall as him. It's one of these things. Okay, so that's firepower from all of these down. A volley from them may well have been quite effective, but done it in the wrong order, sadly. We'll go for firepower from him. He's going into here. We will supercharge. It's going to be stealth, though, so it's going to be 6 shots of the Cyclocine Raker. Needing 5s. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Toughness is 5 now. Strength 8, so 3s to wound. 2 go through, they're -2, +1 for cover, 3 ups.
No, I'll leave my 4 ups, okay.
Blocked. And then the twin fusion blaster is a miss, and that's it from the ghost kill. I think that marks the end of firepower here for the tower. So we've got some results, but really across there we've managed to destroy a rhino. That's it. Terminators have turned up, they're poised to move out and slaughter the tower over on that side. There's been some success across here, though. Battlesuit team with the commander have done well. They've cleared the objective and snatched it from the Black Legion. But Mike's more than capable enough of causing absolute havoc over there against the tower defence. So we'll hand over to the Chaos Space Marines. Things are about to get lively for the tower in their home deployment. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Black Legion. Alright, so turn 2 for the Chaos Space Marines. They've picked up a point for this objective across here. I'm just going to try and clear some objectives here, but there's some chopping to do first of all. So this squad's pushed forwards and ready to go in against the breaches. Moving around here to try and protect themselves from firepower from the Crisis Battlesuit teams, still holding on to the objective, and then try to keep the cultists alive for as long as possible. Then Abaddon just moving through this gap in the middle, smashing through nice and quick. Is this a advanced move?
Unnatural swiftness, so it allows me, because they have all the keywords,
yeah,
they can advance, shoot and charge.
Very, very useful for trying to break into enemy lines. The biggest danger Mike sees would be these. He's going to try and go after them if he can. So that's movement done. Chopping to do, but shooting first. Alright, so Mike's going to offload, as far as firepower is concerned, he's going to fire into the Ghost Kill. Now, there are the 2 stealth drones protecting it to some degree, and it's going to be stealth as well, but Mike's got enough firepower to cause trouble here.
Yeah, because I'm doing a Dark Pact, I can reroll my hit rolls.
So, Mike's got it all organised here. What is he going to do? Ghost Kills the target. He's gone for Sam Hermes. So, Sam Hermes, a Black Templars player. It's close enough, I think, to Black Legion.
So it's rapid fire 1.
Okay.
It is...
Because the possibility of devastating wounds with this thing.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 2 shots each then for rapid fire 1.
Yeah.
And -1 to hit rolls. So 4's rerollable.
Reroll, yeah.
Okay, here it comes.
5s and 6s, auto wound.
And how are you getting the 5s and 6s for auto winding?
I went for lethal hits and Dark Pact, so they explode on 5s and 6s.
Gotcha. Okay.
They've already auto wounded.
Whoa. Mike's rolled a heap of 5s and 6s.
I'll reroll because you said -1, yeah?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, hold on a second. There's hardly any wounds to roll here. They're all going through.
Yeah, they would have been sustained.
So you're now trying to wound on 6s?
6s, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good job for the auto-wounding then. So no, and you're not rerolling your wounds.
No, not
all right, it's got like a dozen saves by the looks of it. Any AP minus going on with this? That's the big question. 13.
Oh, no.
No. And our base save is a 2+, so it sounds horrific, but we've got a good armor save here. So with the stealth drones, I reckon I don't have to allocate these. I can save it for big stuff for the stealth drones. You can change the damage characteristic of that attack to 0. Twice per battle after an attack has been allocated to this model, you can. So I'll leave it, save it for the big stuff. 2s. We save them all except 1. So daka 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 and ting ting ting. We drop down to 11 wounds left. Right, there's auto cannons to come, so Michael roll those up. We're down to 11 wounds.
Yeah.
And these are giving you your auto wounds as well.
Yeah.
On 5s pluses. Nice. Okay, 3 auto wounds. That's good.
And then this is 5s. No, just the 2.
Okay, and what damage are these? I think the higher...
It's still -1 damage.
Yeah, -1 damage. All right, we'll save these as well. And it's 3.
3, yeah.
3 ups. We'll take 2 more. All right, so drop down to 9. We're still in good condition. Some damage coming through, but the Ghost Kill's still operational on the board.
He's also sustained hits, so any...
Yeah, Talon of Horus, yeah. This is Abaddon himself. Are you rolling the hits, or is it just for the Terminators?
No, we reroll, that's for the unit.
So 1 more reroll. Okay.
So that's auto plus sustained.
So yeah, that 6 generated a sustained hit. So now Mike needs to roll for the wounds on that one. So it's been added in.
5s.
5s. 1 wound. So there's 2 wounds in total.
-1.
2 damage.
Yeah.
Right. I'll drone them. So just remove those 2. Allocate to both those drones. Those drones can disappear. You actually remove them from play and I'll just absorb that damage. I know I needed 3s, but yeah. What I rolled. 1 would have gone through. So another 2 wounds would have been caused. Alright, so stripping some protection away from the Ghost Kill, but it's weathered that storm pretty good. So we'll move on to some more firepower. That lot's been done. There's a bit of firepower from these. It's mostly close combat here, I think, for the Black Legion. Right, Dark Pact is rolled up there, and no problem. So going across here now, offloading firepower into the Ghost Kill. Mike wants to chip away wounds against that thing.
Yeah, and what I'll do is lethal hits for the Dark Pact. And I get lethal and sustain because he is a Liber Hereticus.
Enhancement on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And reroll hit rolls of 1 because it's Chaos Undivided.
Yes.
So 2 shots hitting on 3s.
Stealth.
4s.
4's fine. Still hit.
Strength 6.
5s.
Did I roll any 5s or did I?
Snake eyes. Okay. A CP came through because...
a roll of 4 with Abaddon. If you do a Dark Pact,
Oh, him, right,
3
yeah.
plus you get a CP.
It's fine, yeah, okay.
4, 6. And then just 7 wee pistols.
Going into the ghost kill.
Yeah. 4s. Rerolling 1s. So
that's a miss, but 3 sustains coming in.
Yeah.
And you lethal these as well.
Yeah.
So let's just go straight through.
And then 6s.
6s, yeah. Number 1.
So 4.
2 ups. Passed all of those ones. Okay. Ghost kill's quite tanky. So, firepower complete, I think, across the board. Havoc's a miss. Their firepower's away now, so there's no heavier stuff remaining. But if Mike can get in amongst the tower here, then he can cause plenty of damage for sure. I think we're going to charges next. Alright, charges done. Grizzly stuff. So, Terminators have gone in. So, Mike didn't charge the Fire Warriors, didn't want to attract the attention of photon grenades. So going in here against the broadsides, Abaddon's caught them, and there's other models in base contact, or an 8-inch charge. Some have gone in here to try and, they'll cut down the crew, no problem, and then just keeping unit coherency across here. But it's grisly looking stuff. This is not good for the tower. 2 units being contacted. Mike may well roll in and tap into the Fire Warriors as well. So the tower backline's about to be wiped out. Then across here, where have they gone? They've gone back inside their transport. The new stratagem for the tower, we can embark within our transport. We're in range to do it. It's 1 CP. It's when you've chosen the target of a charge, you can just hop back inside. So 1 CP to do it, but we've chosen that safety option for those. So Mike can bash on the door and demand that they come back out. But he'll have to crack open the hull here if he's to get through to the models inside. So there's 8 wounds left on the Devilfish. So Blood Angels Ryan, gold level patron, being chosen. Cross here to see if Mike can crack open this transport vehicle.
And I'll do a Dark Pact.
Yes.
So sustained hits and lethal hits.
Oh, okay.
Ones.
Lethal hits are very useful against the type of target.
So they have...
There's going to be a lot of attacks for these.
Yeah, lost one.
Okay. Our safety could become a tomb here as Mike surrounds and tries to crack open this transport vehicle. Can you imagine the Chaos Space Marines just trying to find every weakness they can, plunging their chainswords? There's a sergeant with a power fist in there as well. And there'll be some attacks coming from the Master of Possessions as well. But they're in a fanatical frenzy here as they try to crack open this can of fish, people. Okay.
So, 3s.
Yes.
Rerolling 1s.
Okay. 6s are creating extra hits and also wounding.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll let Mike calculate this out.
Yeah.
He's just taking away the misses. And he's counting out the 6s.
That was a 6.
Yeah, it's 2 over, that's fine, yeah.
So 5.
Push those to the side for auto wounds. Add in 5 for sustained.
No, this is only strength.
Yeah. Did you get strength 5?
No.
Just going to be strength 4. Yeah, toughness 9, so going to be 6s to wound here. Bit of AP minus going on with these. I think so. And we're looking at about, I can see 9. 9?
9, yeah.
Minus 1.
That minus 1.
Okay. Darren Gardner, Death Guard player here. Need all the toughness we can get. Just don't get 1s and 2s. Not bad, not bad. I'll take that. 2 wounds taken. Block the rest. Dropping down to 6. We could survive. It'd be great to keep this transport alive here. There's still 6 wounds to try and get through. We've got a Power Fist, which could cause some trouble.
No, my mistake. It's 2 accursed weapons.
2 accursed weapons.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, it's 2 heavy melee weapons.
Yes.
It's the title of it here.
4s,
I'm guessing.
3s.
Carry on. Just the 2.
Strength 8.
5s.
Just the 1.
1.
Minus 2 damage.
5 plus. No, 2 wounds taken, dropping down to 4. Okay, and down to the master himself.
So the master of possession is going to stab one of his friends.
Ouch.
It allows me to add 1 to the hit roll and 1 to the win roll.
Okay.
So 4 attacks.
What happens to his friend?
Just takes a mortal wound.
I see.
Okay,
he's still alive then.
Yeah, so 4 hits, or 4 attacks. Looking for 6s. Oh, reroll ones.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Yeah, looking for 2s. So 1 auto win comes through, generates an extra hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is strength 6.
5s.
Down to 4s.
Yeah. Oh, it helped. 3 more.
So it's 4 at -1 d3 damage each.
Oh no. Oh no. 3 make it through. You've done it all of a sudden. Master Possession's not too bad from here. It's worth the stab. Yep. Oh. Do we detonate? We do. I think it's D3. I'll roll up here. Just the 1 wound. That's okay. But it kills your stabbed friend.
Well, I'm going to roll 2 d6s here to see if I get any 6s. Feel no pains.
Oh, for no pains?
No,
alright. Okay, 1 slain. Right, so disembarkation, we rolled okay, and we can disembark within 3, and no need for any extra stuff going on, so they're good. Drones don't count, they're just markers for the unit. So I'm going to remove that from play. We did roll up and cause no mortal wounds on ourselves for getting out of the destroyed vehicle. Okay, so not the best of places to be, but we can let loose with a volley, I guess. With those. There's a ghost kill still operating. So it's not concluded over on this flank. Mike's destroyed the transport. We've got a safe disembarkation that's taken place. There's ghost kill and support in pretty good shape as well. So this still remains open-ended on this flank. So we'll press on to this slaughter across here next. And it's not so good. Consolidation. Breach of team. Not happy now. Okay, so things are looking good for us, and now it's gone back to the darkness of Black Legion here with a consolidation move into base contact. So we'll press on, we'll resolve this combat across here. Right, so we've rolled in that direction, tapping into that squad now. 4 Terminators and Abaddon can go into here, or 1 or 2 of them can go into the Fire Warriors. There's one guy across here in the gap who's just going to have to help maintain coherency, and the rest, there are 5 here, can go into the Crew. So it's good distribution of attacks about to come through here with the Terminators and Abaddon. Dark Pact across here is fine. Mike's rolled up for that off camera.
So Dark Pact here, and it'll be sustained hits.
Sustained hits, yep. Okay.
And what I'm going to do is...
Oh no, not stretched.
Yeah. Reroll hits and reroll ones. Doesn't Chaos want to fight at 4 CP. Brilliant Zeal.
Kyo. Like a mini oath. Whoa.
So, yeah, Dark Pact, 5 and 6s explode.
And that as well. Yeah, superb. Really good. Right, everything's been allocated. 4 regular Terminators of a cursed weapon is going to go into the 10 Crew across here. It should be like working in a butcher's factory here, or a chicken meat packing factory.
So, 3's rerolling.
Oh, I can't even look. This is the Nicholas Lucas roll here. Mike's given him the grim task of chopping these
2, 3,
endangered species down.
4, 5.
Okay. Chaos is complicated enough, isn't it? With all sorts of extra bits going.
Do you remember our first game, how I think I made it overcomplicated, but
I felt sorry for it.
Oh, strength 5.
3's to chop. Oh, goodbye, Karut. They're not too cheap. I think they're about 75 points time. Used to be a lot cheaper. They're useful for screening. They do have their uses, but you touch them and they just turn into chicken strips.
-2 1 damage as well.
Yeah, -2 1 damage. Right, they're gone. Okay, so next we'll move on to attacks across here. That's fine. Yeah, 2 Terminators are going to go into the Fire Warriors. Another one and a Power Fist is going to go into the broadsides, and the main man himself will go after the broadsides as well. So, Abaddon first.
We're splitting attacks. We'll have to finish the Terminators off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, yeah. So, Terminators Mike will go first of all.
3's rerolling. which is just as well. That one explodes and that one explodes.
Nice. 3s to kill.
3, 6, 9, 10. No, 8.
8. And this is against the Fire Warriors. And the AP minus...
minus 2.
6s. Oh, brave. 6 in total, I think. Yep, 6 slain. Let's halve that squad. That's good hitting. Okay, we've taken the models that are closest. I don't want to go anywhere near those Terminators. So we've backed away as far as we can. We'll let the broadsides hold them.
So the other cursed weapon are the broadsides.
Okay. Nice. Adds 2 in, yep.
Yeah.
Toughness 6. 5s.
5, reroll.
Oh, please, no. Oh.
5.
Okay. Chris Heim dice to try and help me here. And we're looking for minus 2.
2, yeah.
4-ups. We blocked 2. 3 wounds taken. It's a 10 wound model because it's got 2 shield drones. So it's dropping down to 7 wounds left. Power fist next. You're rollable.
Explodes.
Yep.
Strength 8.
3s. Yeah.
Minus 2 damage.
4-ups. 2 more come through, which is another 4.
Yeah.
So we drop down to 3 wounds left. Okay. Abaddon himself next. Andreas Stewart dice has been chosen, so we're now looking for attacks from him against the broadsides. Can we keep one model alive?
So, yeah, we're going to go with the Drakian. 8 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Oh no.
Re-rolling.
All hit. Oh no, those 5s are popping extras as well.
Yeah.
Abaddon's gone mad. There's something he doesn't like. The smell of fish.
Well, this is minus 4 3 damage and devastating wounds.
Please, mercy.
Strength 14.
Toughness 6, 2 still wound. Oh no. Oh,
But
it looks bad, but he's so good. It's good. Oh, he's gone fishing. You have to go fishing when you're fighting against the tower. Oh no, please no. It's a full-on seaside barbecue here.
so 1, 2, 3.
Black
4,
Legion,
5,
there's
6,
something
7,
about them. There's something about them.
9 at minus 4.
9 and minus 4. All right, but I get saves of 2+. I mean of 2+. Originally dropping down to 6-ups. I haven't got the points to the CP to play stim injectors, so I hate to think what damage is. Give me a miracle.
Damage is 3 apiece.
Gone. That is them long gone. They are destroyed. They didn't pass a single one.
12, 15,
Oh, look at the pride here
18,
now.
21, 24.
Yeah, he's
30,
a slayer of bane
33,
blades.
36, 39.
39 wounds. Oh boy. Right, okay. Take them away. They're gone. Good destruction here. Ripping the fishy heart out of this tower defence. So yeah, that was Mephisto there. We thought we had him at the back well protected. I tried. I honestly thought that was the safe spot to go. But no, Abaddon found him and destroyed him utterly. So good work. That's Ray Cross in command of that squad. Isn't it Ray Cross on the squad?
Ray Cross is on Abaddon. Or no, yes, he's on that. And then Chris
Kaminsky is Abaddon here for this game. God, what a ripper going on with these. Deadly combination between these two Phoenix Lords here in this battle. And planting himself right on the objective. So a crazy revenge here from the Terminators and Abaddon deep striking in. I think it's safe to say we can abandon our home defence across there. Thing is, Mike can't divide himself. I found it with the Crisis battle suits as well. It's great, they can hold an objective. What are they going to do after that? Same for Abaddon here. Whether he's going to stay on the objective or move off, I guess they can just simply move across and clear the other one. So tower in serious trouble here, thanks to some really good manoeuvring with the Black Legion. It's a brilliant combination, getting the Terminators in. Rapid ingress is great. Ability to shut down firepower is really good. The ability to move out, advance, and charge. And then once they're in, the butcher's work can begin. So good work with the Black Legion. I don't think the Tau are going to have an answer for this unit across here. We'll just have to try and avoid them as the best policy. All right, so fighting across the other side, by the way, from the breachers, no wounds at all coming through. They're hopelessly outclassed. End of turn. So situation then, we'll give you a bit of a recap of what's going on. Okay, so my turn two, I picked up 2. Mike only picked up the 1 because he wasn't on here. So Tau are ahead, and they're about to pick up. We've got 2 units on there, even if they get battle shocked, still got the Crete. So we're about to pick up 2 more. So Tau have got themselves ahead by just like a point. So time scale wise, we're ahead. Mike, it looks like he's going to sweep around here and clear this. That's fine. But the Tau might be able to do the same across here. So it's a bit of a race for clearing the opponent's back line. Bit of a mix-up here in this game, the way it's worked out. Reserves have proved potent for both sides to the point where each army's clearing each other's back line. Strange way of working here in this battle. And there's a fight still yet to be concluded over on that flank. Whoever wins across there could then go on to try and support at either end of the board. So interesting clash, this one. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Tau. They're about to pick up 2 points. They might just try and keep their noses ahead here, if that's possible. We'll see what happens. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Tau coming up next. Right, so thinking about what to do with the Tau. If you enjoy our games and you're a fan of the channel, want to help support us, then you can join us on channel membership. The most popular would be Aspect Warrior level. So link for that video description below. You can go to the channel homepage, hit the join button. If you go for Aspect Warrior level, it's where most people are at. It gives you access to all of our bonus content, just all the extra videos that we have on channel membership. You can join us over on our Discord channel as well, and then you can see loyalty badges next to your name in the comments section as well. It really does help support the channel. It helps us keep the battle reports coming, keeps the armies coming onto the channel as well. And it means as a reward for your support, we're able to give you back some extra content. So Aspect Warrior level is the most popular. If you want to go for extra support, then there's Exarch, Autarch, Phoenix Lord level as well for channel support. Or if you fancy heading over to Patreon, you can support us in different ways, different perks there. You've got the gold level Patronic dice. We can shout out your name at the end of the game, or just get your name into the end credits. As the perks that are available there for gold, silver, and bronze levels. And there is one other level, which I've not mentioned before, but it's freshly been created. It's platinum level. So that is your game, your choice of armies, your choice of lists. We'll dedicate the entire battle to you. And then that's like a super special option over on Patreon. So you can see that over there as just like a one-off extra that is available. It's platinum level. You can check out the details for that over on the Patreon page. So we'll figure out what to do. I'm really starting to chew through supporting units for these guys because they do a good job, but they need help. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to stick on this objective or move off to the next one? It's that kind of conundrum. Mike's thinking the same. What kind of units he could use to bring on to support his attacks as the army expands to 2,000 points. Do you want to say what unit it is you're working on?
Yeah, it's fine. Just a unit of Warp Talons.
Warp Talons, yeah.
Warp Talons. I don't know where to go. 1 unit or 2 units of 5, or just 1 unit of 10. Dropping some of the Obliterators and the Havocs, and running a few more Chosen, something like that.
Yeah, okay. So things to work on. Mike can do 2,000 points, but he's currently expanding the options for his Black Legion force. We'll make some moves here with the Tau. All is not lost. They've received a bit of a shock, I think, but we'll press on here. We'll see if the Tau can adjust to the current situation. All right, so movement's done here for the Tau. I don't have the CP to be able to play my Fire and Fade, so I've got another option here. I'm going to try and move through, shoot, keep a few alive, and then try and charge through to try and clear that objective. It's tricky. I would be might be able to do it. So I want to check something. Yeah, we're OC of 2, so we could compete with them if we can kill enough of them. And the commander's OC2 as well, so that's an option. Across here, found our battle shock, so we've decided to try and leg it with these. They've run off in this direction. The Crute 10 out of 10 for their bravest chickens in the galaxy. They're going to stay where they are against that lot. You could do like one of those YouTube like games where they put like 1,000 hoplites against 10,000 zombies type thing. How many recruit would you need to take out that combination? I mean, maybe you could have. Yeah, you could have maybe. Well, leave it in the comment section. Yeah, leave it in the comment section. How many crew, if you're playing a game of 40k, how many crew would you need to take down Abaddon and the 10 Terminators? I reckon you'd probably need about.
I'm rolling on average as well. Not spiking and not being just average.
Okay. I think you would need to wipe out Abaddon and that unit. You would need 500 recruit. That's my guess. If anyone's tried it, let us know in the comment section. Leave your guess. How many recruit to bring down Abaddon and 10 Terminators? I think 500 recruit do it. But anyway, 10 of them stand here nobly on the objective, just to pick up the points here for one more turn. And then we've done a run with those. Mike says he's got a dice rolling app, so he's going to give it a go. He's going to give it a go here to see how many it would need. All right, so you could do 10 at a time or something, couldn't you? So the rain's lashing down. You can probably hear it on the roof. God, it's loud. We've pulled back here 6 inches. There's enough gap here with the small bases to do it. Ghost Kill's moved across to firepower support. I might try and go for a charge to try and tie these up and delay them for as long as we can. That's movement done. We're going to shoot in phase next. Yeah, you couldn't even roll dice for this. If you're going to do a battle simulator, you'd have to do a battle simulator to figure out how many crew it would take to bring that squad down. And you'd have to run the whole thing through, because you'd have crew firing at their longer range. Then you'd have the Terminators firing back, killing models, because Mike's trying to kill that 500 at the same time as we're trying to cause damage against him. So you'd have to battle simulate the whole thing, but it'd be interesting to find out how many it would take. But I reckon it would be a lot. Right, so I'm going to use Michael Fire across here. Shots going in with the Cyclic Iron Blaster or Iron Raker, and then the Twin-Linked Fusion Blaster going into those. No one's to guide them. They've pulled out. No one else around to help us out. So we're looking for 4s. And we're supercharging. It's not too bad. We're looking for 2s to wound. Yeah, we get 3 wounds coming through. These are -2. They're in the open.
Yeah, Miller.
So Nate Miller for saves, yeah. So
3, yeah.
5 ups. Damage 3 each time. No, okay, 3 slain. Not too bad there.
Damage 3 each time, yeah.
Yeah.
6 up funeral pains.
All right, yep, go ahead. Oh, God. Nice. Next, 3 feel no pains on the next guy, because he's kept alive, isn't he?
Change the dice. Yeah, so
No.
that's 1 dead.
Yeah, 1 slain.
And the last one?
Last one, yeah. Oh, triple 4. Okay, 2 slain. Twin Fusion Blaster. Gets the hit. 2s to wound, rerollable for Twin Linked. Yep, AP -4. D6, 4 mortal wounds, or 4 regular wounds, sorry. And feel no pains, no. Alright, so another 1 slain. Not too bad there from the Ghost Kill. Next, tricky one across here. I don't want to kill all of the cultists, because I want something to charge at. But I don't want to leave too many. So we'll fire the commander and all that he has, all of his weapons, and then we'll go for the plasma rifles and fusion blasters with the squad, and not fire the cyclic iron blasters. Yeah. We'll play it that way. Oh, this could be tricky. They're not being guided in by anybody, so we'll be on 4s for hits. Doing better to the commander, he'll be on 2s. It's turn 3. He'll be on +1 to the wound rolls. That's all good news. And then for him, we'll be on 2s to wound anyway. And then it's Kuyan kicking in. So 6s will pop extra hits as well. So this is a tricky one. We're going to keep some of these cultists alive if we can. Dave Humphrey's dice is going to be used. We're going to go for 3 fusion blasters from the squad. Or missed. 3 plasma rifles from the squad. Just the 1 hit comes through, so not doing too well at the moment. 2s for a kill with that one. That comes through. All right, so 1 cultist slain. There's 9 left. And that's it from that squad. So it's down to the commander now. Fusion blaster. Hits. 2s for a kill. No. Weird. Okay. Cyclic iron blaster. We'll supercharge on this one, so looking for 2s. All right. That pops an extra hit. 2s for kills. 2 more slain. We're not getting them. Not getting them at all. Oh, this is way lower. And then we'll go for the final shot, which will be the plasma rifle from him, which does hit and 2s for a kill. No, we failed consistently to get those wounds. Oh boy, just as we needed to limit the damage, Tau have put their weapons onto stun mode here. So 7 of them left. It means we'll need to get the charge and we'll need to bring a good number of them down in close combat. They're soft enough, we've got to try and reach them and cause those wounds. We're hitting on 5s with the squad and 4s, I think, with the commander. So with that, shooting phase is finished. We're going to charges next for the tower, coming up next. Right, charge is taking place, roll a 10 here, so around they go. They've got themselves in, see if they can cause enough damage. The ghost kill, roll a double 6, so 12. He swung around, try and get away from those Terminators as far as possible. That's charges done. We're going to combat resolution next. Right, so we'll do this combat. It's all about trying to bring down, there's no limitation now, we'll try and bring down as many cultists as possible. So, 3 attacks each for the Crisis Battlesuit team. There's no kind of bonuses or anything we can do. It's a straightforward 5s for hits. So we're looking at nothing special with these, looking at 3 attacks each. I'm wondering if the commander... No, it's only ranged attacks, reroll ones. Doesn't even help in close combat. So we're looking at 5 pluses. The artist fallen known as Vij for help. Return to the Thousand Suns for something good to happen. Oh, it's not bad. It isn't bad. We've got ourselves 5 hits. We'll now try and wound on 3s, strength 5. They've all wounded. So the team's done their bit. So Mike's got saves in, OP minus going on. 5 of them in total. That's a good result here for the tower. Yeah, Valhalla Field Marshal Robert to assist
and roll me all these
his arch enemy here. He's an Imperial Fist player, but he's going to be used to... No, he doesn't help the Black Legion. 5 casualties, that's a good result coming through. We'll then turn to Raycross. We're annoyed enough. We'll go for the commander attacks here, looking for 4s. And 2 get through. 3s to wound. None. Right. So we'll leave that result as it stands. For OC control, we've got that objective. So there's 2. That's giving Mike 4 for OC control. We're 2 each, plus the commanders is 2 as well. So it gives us an 8. So we are in control of that objective. We haven't quite wiped out the target. Oh, only 1. All right, so we've definitely got it. Okay, so objective is now under our control, but not completely cleared. Right, ghost kill attacks. Nothing too impressive. 5s for hits. Yeah, get 2. 3s for wounds, actually. He's got 2 wounds. He's damaged 2. No AP minus, though. So 2 saves are 3 plus. He's crushing ghost kill fists. Michael Jordan, okay. Did I say Michael Jordan?
You did, Michael Jordan.
It's Michael Jamin. One's got through. It's 2 damage. It's going to kill another Marine. Is it worth the CP? Mike says it is. Or not. To keep model alive. Needs the choppy power. I don't want to sway his decision either way. Just let him go. Just the part of the pride there of the Tau, being able to bring down a Marine in close combat. All right, so that's us done. Mike can make his attacks back. All right, this will be the test. Can we survive? The ghost kill's got 9 wounds left. All of its drones have been used up. It is 12 wounds down to 9. It is toughness 8. It is a 2-up save. So there is durability of this thing. Let's see if this works. Mike's going to use the longbow BB dice. He stacked up a stratagem here. She was going to use the reroll for the save, but has saved it to give them reroll hits.
And wounds.
And wounds, because they're Chaos Undivided.
Yeah.
Well, that means they're really good here. They could bring the ghost skill down.
Yeah, and they've sustained hits and lethal hits.
They're good enough.
But I need... I know.
Whoa. Rerollable. And Mike transforms it into an amazing roll. But there's oftentimes in games, Mike, when you roll a dice to get a poor result, and then off camera, or you just roll to see what you could have got if you rerolled the dice, and it's usually quite good. So if you can bring that into a game somehow, it really helps.
Yep.
So anything with reroll everything is good for Mike. Chaos is good. Chaos seemed to grant a lot of reroll everything's and so do Space Marines. So 2 armies that Mike's comfortable with is armies that generate lots of rerolls. So he's found a good home here with Chaos Space Marines and regular Space Marines.
Strength 4, toughness.
Toughness 8.
6 or yeah, 6.
Yeah, toughness 8. Yeah, 6s. None, but it's rerollable. Just the one comes through. This is what I was hoping, the toughness. But a couple of lethal hits. 3 in total. Minus 1. 555. All passed. So that's the Vagabond dice being used on the Vagabond model. So nicely appropriate here, as nobly for the Tau he tries to tie up this unit of Chaos Space Marines.
The heavy weapon. 3 attacks each.
Okay. So where that one's popped, an auto wound, and those all hits. Strength 8, I think, from last time.
Yeah.
Forceful wounds, rerollable. This could be trouble for us here. This is an important roll. Whoa, 5.
Minus 2, do you know how much?
5 saves. This is enough to kill us, unless we roll some 4 pluses. And the Vagabond dice. Vagabond to protect Vagabond, which he does above average here. So 4 wounds taken, dropping down to 5. It's not over yet. We've seen how potent the Master of Possessions is. I think we're down to him next. Can we survive?
Stab the friend.
I was going to stab a friend again. Last time he stabbed a friend, he ended up dying because the tank blew up.
Yep.
Mike doesn't care, he's a chaos player. Okay, next.
So, Master Possession, 4 attacks. Hit 1 3s, rerolling.
This is an important roll. Not bad. Trying to wound now on 5s, I think. You're up to about strength 6.
Strength 6, +1 to the wound roll.
Fine. 4s. Oh, triple 3, but re-rollable.
Better.
Right, that is it. Reroll everything. So, Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines it is. It turns Mike from average into superior. Sorry.
So it's only -1.
Okay, so -1.
Yeah.
3 ups. Vagabond, save yourself. Oh, he's done it. 2 5s and a 3, keeping the rate of saves coming through. So Ghost Kill survives. It's not able to do too much in close combat, but it's able to survive and tie this unit up. That's the idea. Just trying to play a bit of a delaying action here on Mike's force as much as possible. The idea is that the Terminators across there, they'll kill any of these units, no problem, but they can't kill everything and they can't be everywhere at the same time is the plan here for the Tau. So, end of turn. Strange game, this one. Vicious stuff going on from one end to the next. What's that roll for? Battle Shock. Oh, Dark Pact roll up. Oh, sorry, of course, yeah, okay. So that's all good. All right, end of turn. We'll give you an idea on the score. Yeah, tricky stuff. Tau picked up 2 points on this turn. Because they've disrupted this objective, Mike's set to only pick up 1s. The Tau getting themselves ahead for the control of these objectives. So that's the plan, is just to try and run this game through. And try and just keep our noses in front despite the damage. Across here, Mike should clear the lines across here and so on, but if the Tau can get ahead and stay ahead, then they might be able to see this game through to victory. We're going to turn 3 here for the Chaos Space Marines next. Alright, so turn 3 here for the Chaos Space Marines. Interesting stuff going on. 1 point picked up for control of this objective, but that's it here. Battle Shock passed in a rather extreme way. 6 passed across here, 6 across the other side. Some kind of strange rituals going on to keep the Chaos Space Marines in the fight. Terminators stretching out across. Mike's going to go after the breachers, and he reckons some firepower is going to go into the Ghost Kill. Just looking at the rules here for Big Guns Never Tire. Most of you are probably aware of this, but some of you may not realise, coming over from 9th edition. You can select an... Oh, I hope we got this right. You can select an enemy monster or vehicle unit within engagement range of 1 or more units from your army as the target of ranged weapons. Each star model from your army takes a ranged attack against such a target, unless that attack is made with a pistol. Subtract 1 from the attack's hit roll. So you reckon that means that the Terminators can fire against the Ghost Kill whilst it's within engagement range? We think you can do that. -1 to hit roll. Correct us if we're wrong. But I think it's one of the extra dynamic rules here for 10th edition. Mike's rolling up some wounds and firepower. This is also cannons, I think, from the Terminators.
Yeah. So that's 4 hit minus 1.
3 ups. 2 get through.
So that's 4 damage in total because they were devastating.
Mike's then combined that with 2 devastating wounds that came through, so 4 wounds caused. That puts me down to 1. Well done. Autocannons are coming useful there, very useful. There from the Terminators. Outside of rapid fire.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, you need to hit 3s and then -1.
Yeah. 3s.
There's 3s for hits. Mike's done a few rerolls here. And those have come through. 6s for wounds at strength 4.
Yeah.
That's 8.
We're fishing for 6s.
Yeah, if you're on the reroll wound, yeah.
Devastating.
Oh, he's gone then?
Yeah.
So how did you get devastating?
Because it's a combi weapon.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah,
so.
Deadly Demise? No. Right, target destroy. Well done. It's firing into combat and helping to clear away the ghost kill. Yeah. So, shooting phase is finished. We're going to charges next. Now, that unit's been freed up, so they can go into the breaches, and then Mike can try and charge down here with Abaddon. Alright, so charge is going ahead. Squad's gone in across here, and then, like a dream, an 11 rolled for this charge. So, Abaddon squad's going to flying across here against the recruits. We're going to have some more diced up chicken at this end of the board. No wonder the Fire Warriors are trying to run as fast as their little hooved legs can carry them.
Yeah.
So he goes to there. Yeah, if you hold back an inch away, and then you can roll in and tap into me. No problem at all. Abaddon's just absolutely mad here for close combat. That's crazy. The Terminator's going in 11 inches. They move around the board. Right, so charge has gone ahead. Terminator's flying around the corner across here, and then we've got the combat across the other side. We'll get these resolved here for the Chaos Space Marines. Okay, wipe out across there, wipe out across here against the crew. Mike wanted to prioritise destroying those, and the Fire Warriors have escaped, but they've been tapped into here, so there's nowhere to go. They can't run quick enough. Turning around is, they've just got seconds to live. Okay, so almost clearing everything away from here for the tower. So it's been a change of ends. Tower control this end of the board, and then Mike dominates over here. Okay, Mike thinks the tower have done enough to win here. It's just a change of ends. The battlesuit team across here destroyed what was left of the cultists. So we'll finish here at turn 3, give an idea on the score, and then we may need to project ahead. I'll see what the options the tower have as far as what they can do on their 4th turn. The problem is we can control 1 objective. Mike can control 1, but maybe try and rush the unit across there down to try and grab an objective and harvest extra points at the end of the game. Not sure on this one. We'll give you an idea on the score at this stage. Okay, at this point, we reckon we can project forwards for the game. We don't need to carry on. It is a strange game. Both sides have swapped ends. So we've had a big discussion about the rules for controlling objectives. Do correct us if we're wrong. I reckon we've got it right just by reading what the rules say here on objective markers. We're trying to find an answer to the question, can one unit control multiple objectives? All it says here, to control objectives start contested in a game, all you need to control an objective is to move models within range of it, and then you calculate your OC control and so on. It doesn't say that a single unit control an objective. It doesn't say... All it says is you just need models in range, so why can't a large unit spread out onto multiple objectives? If that is the case, which we reckon it is, it means you've got to be careful about placing objectives close to each other, because if you get into a situation like this, or like this, a large unit can just spread itself across and control multiple objectives. We reckon that is the case. So therefore, we've projected ahead. Mike's got nothing that can get down here in time. I've got no incentive to go after him. I've got no resistance across here. We can just forget about those. They're not going to make any impact here in the game. So therefore, my turn 4, I would pick up 1 point for controlling that. My move would then be to stretch out across here, which we've done with Congoland across and got plenty of range. The drones don't count, but we can make it and control both. So that's our move done. Then head over to Mike's turn 4. His Terminators are already in position, so they would pick up 2 victory points, so recovery there. Then head on to the last turn of the game. The tower now stretched out. They pick up their 2 points for the control of these 2 objectives. And then finally Mike's in position again to pick up his 2 victory points across there. Therefore, the Tau win by a point. 2 points for turn 2, 2 points for turn 3, 1 point for turn 4, and then 2 points for turn 5. That gives us 7. And then the Black Legion, 1 point for turn 2, 1 point for turn 3, and then 2 and 2 on the last 2 turns of the game. 6 points to 7, just 1 point in it. We did say that here for these open war missions, they are often quite tight. The Tau have managed to snatch themselves a victory because of the early disruption, and really because of the battlesuit team, was it? That early sweep across here caused all that trouble and cleared Mike off of the objective early on. There was a later surge coming in from the Black Legion. It was utterly devastating, especially from these. Nothing could stop them. No casualties. Didn't take a wound. Nothing. Oh dear, the power of them coming through just rinsed the Tau units that were surviving, or not surviving, they were camped out across here, destroying them. There was that flank battle taking place across the other side, which was close enough in the end. Tau fighting nobly away. Mike managed to overcome the Tau in the end across there. But the damage had been done. The crisis battlesuits were able to pick up points here at the other end of the board. So that's the battle. Vicious fight between, I think every game, Tau and Black Legion's been just outright nasty here between these two sides. So Chaos Space Rangers or Black Legion, they must hate fish. They have to be eradicated. I think Tau have plenty of enemies, but Chaos Space Rangers certainly is one of them. Units of the game to think about next here for both sides. All right, that was quick. Terminators and Abaddon. Superb. What can stop them? Then across here, Crisis Battlesuit team for superb firepower, manoeuvrability, and disruption along the enemy back lines. So both sides picking their elite deep striking options. Adds silver level Patreons. I'll call out the names here at the end of the game. Big thanks to them for their support. That's Jason Martinez, Marcus Olson, Ross Caldwell, William Schwartz, Zachary Lee, and Zachary Lyons. Big thanks to them for their support. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on YouTube and over on YouTube channel membership. Check out channel membership for the exclusive content that we produce. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.